Hello guys, welcome to Boxing Blog Center, the home of Nigerian and African boxing. And please, if you're new to this channel, make sure you click the like and of course the subscribe button right now, and also go to the notification bell icon, click it, and so also enter drop a new banger, a new exclusive video. You will definitely be notified. I want to say big thanks to each and every one of you that support the channel. My Nigerian brothers, my African brothers, my American brothers, my British brothers, and even my Chinese brothers, because I know some of you guys who support the channel, So let's get straight to it without hesitation. Some days ago, we of course saw that Eddie Hearn of Matru Boxing won the pulse bid, for Michael Hunter versus Filip Hrgovic, and the fight is on for the IBF final eliminator. That means the winner of that fight will now become the mandatory challenger for Anthony Joshua's IBF strap, which is gonna take some time, because Joshua fulfilled his IBF mandatory obligation last year when he fought Kubrat the Cobra Pulev from Bulgaria. So the next in line, he was supposed to be Usyk, and but now we haven't Tyson Fury for unification with the WBC strap. And it's going to be very interesting to see. But Michael Hunter was asked about fighting Efe Ajagba some weeks back. Let's say 3 or 4 weeks back or so, where he said Ajagba would be easy work. I did ask Ajagba. Ajagba responded by saying, listen, warning the Michael Hunter, said, listen, I'll fight Michael Hunter if you want to smoke. Ajagba is not a person that dog anyone because he wants to fight everyone. Ajagba, by the way, after his sensational knockout, he's set to fight again between June or July, probably July or August. It's going to be very interesting to see our brother back in the ring. So Michael Hunter, of course, avoided Ajagba, and but it's fine. I also came across, by the way, a video of Michael Hunter calling out Tyson Fury alongside Jake Paul. Jake Paul was also in the after the Jake Paul fight. Jake Paul said, "I will fight Tommy Fury if Tyson Fury fight Michael Hunter," knowing fully well that that's not going to happen because Joshua and Fury are both negotiating, and the fight is going to happen. Supposedly, we don't know, man. I'm still not 100% convinced, but I'm hopeful, to see the fight happen. Let me let our brother Adewale. So we're gonna be talking about Michael Hunter fighting Filip Hrgovic, avoiding Efe Ajagba, and what's next for Ajagba. Who would you guys like to see Ajagba fight next? Ajagba, like I said when he came to the show, Ajagba wants anyone He wants anyone, both the top dogs, top 10 fighters, top 15. Ajagba is ranked 17th, so he wants anyone that's ranked above them. The question is, the big question is, will those guys fight him? Are they ready for Ajagba, or do they want to fight him? Because they are fighters, they are prize fighters. They are not scared of anyone, but at the same time, Ajagba, a lot of people, a lot of these fighters, they don't have anything to gain fighting Ajagba. Ajagba has more to gain, and they don't want to see Ajagba at the top. But Ajagba is working his way up. Me myself, I would love to see him fight Robert Elenius next. Elenius, the big question is, does he want the fight? Elenius is not afraid of anyone. He's a Viking, from Finland, Finnish people. I'm not scared of anyone. But at the same time, after seeing that knockout of Ajagba, the last knockout, I mean, who would want to step in with a monster like that? Adewale, have fun. How you doing? Come in, brother. By the way, shout out to Adewale for the super chat. He says, salute to BBB or BBC, you mean, and the good folks in the chat. Click on the like button as you come in. Definitely, brother. Adewale, you here with us?
Yes, brother. Thank you so much, man.
Thanks for the super chat, brother. Too much.
No problem, bro. No problem, man. Hey, man, I just want to say salute to everybody on the panel, everybody in the chat. Well, the good people in the chat, because there are some bad people in the chat, So, and thank you guys for coming through.
People that don't like you, what? For speaking facts or what?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
you believe in?
They hate me simply because I'm not a Joshua fanboy, and I love the hate. Let them keep it coming. Anyways, thank you to everybody that keeps on supporting this great platform. Man, you guys need to share videos. Let other people that are boxing heads, okay, let them enjoy top quality content. Now, Michael Hunter and Hrgovic, Filip. That is a great fight, man. Man, Hunter seems to always find himself in tough fights all the time. Because Hrgovic is not a joke. And to be honest, I think I would favor Hrgovic in that fight. I mean, Hunter has a lot of experience. He has a lot of heart. But there are so many physical disadvantages that he brings into this fight. Hrgovic, I believe, is about 6'8", I think. This guy has many knockouts. I'm not looking at his record as I speak, but I believe he has a high percentage KO. So he has decent punching power. He has decent fighting style. And in my opinion, for what I've seen in Michael Hunter, I haven't watched too much of Hrgovic, I'll be honest with you. But I would still slightly favor Hrgovic just based on the physical attributes that he brings. And I see him sparring some top guys in the past, and he held his own very well too. So yeah, it's a good fight. Efe Ajagba, anybody that goes in there with Efe, boy, you're playing Russian roulette with your life, man. Efe might take your head off. I tell you, man, I don't care who you are. You could be Joshua, Wilder, Fury. Efe Ajagba, I'm not saying he's better than these guys, but he's a considerable risk. If you want to risk your fighter as a promoter, put him in there with Efe. Okay, and it's totally understandable why Michael Hunter wouldn't go for Efe Ajagba yet, because Efe is dangerous. Okay, and you fighting a guy like Efe that I believe Hunter is ranked above. I think Hunter is ranked above Efe along the four major.
Yeah, we're above it.
Bodies.
That's true.
Yeah, so it's too much of a risk. It's high risk, low reward. A guy like Hunter needs to fight someone that is ranked highly so that he can put himself in a position for a world title or something like that. So yeah, Hunter, if he is able to get Hrgovic, if the fight is signed and sealed about to be delivered, perfect. If he's not able to get Hrgovic, you can go for a guy like Dillian. He's been calling out Dillian White. Dillian is highly ranked across all the sanctioned bodies, and I strongly believe that would be a good fight. I don't know who's going to win between Hunter and Dillian, but I don't know, man. I might just slightly favor Hunter just based on his activity and how, this guy is an active fighter. He was the one that actually totally destroyed Povetkin, in my opinion, because he put too much beating on Povetkin in that fight. And as a 39, 40-year-old guy, that was too much work. everything went through to come out with a draw, which, in my opinion, was a robbery because I believe Michael Hunter won that fight. But yeah, let's see how it goes, man. Thank you for having me as a guest all the time, brother. Peace to you, man.
Thanks, brother. I really appreciate you for coming in and speaking your mind. Very interesting. Nice to hear from you all the time. And I like the fact that each time you're available, you always jump in. By the way, people have been asking about Emma Tom Tom. Some people ask me, where Emma Tom Tom? Tom have been going through some personal stuff. It's a little bit sad that he lost his mom. So the psychological effect. It's hard to lose someone you love. Especially family member. A mom, mother. Imagine the memories. So crazy, man. I still have both of my parents. Just and like putting me in his place. Because everybody will go. Including me myself. Sitting here. Nobody live forever. But when someone leave at a very young age, it affects you more in a way. So Emma Tom, when he's fully recovered, I think he will be back at BBC. We'll definitely welcome him. Sure. Our brother, Isioma, how you doing, brother? Are you with us, Isioma? Can you unmute it there, Isioma? Unmute. We have somebody else right here. Oh, it's your mind. What happened? Let's say it's your man. Let's see. Mayo Joe, are you there? Mayo Joe, you can unmute.
Yes, people, I'm here.
Alpha, what happened to your man?
He was here. I saw him just a minute ago, but I didn't see no day again.
No, wow, I don't know, man. Anyway, how you doing? I was our life.
We thank God, brother, man. You know how it is. 1 second, bro.
Okay, no, voila. Shout out to Peter Aborisade. He said, if he fears no one, they should bring anyone above him. He will bring them down. He is presently ranked 17, but they should please jump him up and allow him to fight number 15 first before taking on number 13. Yeah, Ajagba versus Robert Elenius will be good. Robert Elenius is ranked above Ajagba, so very nice. Maojo, how you doing?
I'm here now. Yes, I'm very well, brother. I'm very, very well. How you guys?
Yeah, we're good, man. We did here. We thank God.
Joe, always good to hear from you, bro. Always good.
Ade, really, really good to hear from you as well, brother, man. How you doing, my brother?
Adewale, the controversial figure.
No, I think it's not controversy. I think that when people get their view, it is always good to stick to what you believe in. Not like wavering because you just follow the masses. It's not. He believes in what he believes in, and that's it. And that's his own truth. So I respect that completely. I respect that, man. Trust me.
That the other video, that we did, like. The video has about 4,000 plus views right now, about 100 plus likes. I guess I have to go check it again, and a lot of critics. people are criticizing Adewale as like, this guy don't know Adewale. Adewale stands for what he believes in, man. Like, you just believe in what he believes in. You can never change it, man. And it's good to have different opinions. I mean, you don't have to just follow.
Of course, you see, one thing I hate in boxing is like when you can't be objective, when you follow people blindly. Like we all know, like I'm a big fan of Anthony Joshua, but I said it to you the other day that I went back and I watched a few videos, and as far as I'm concerned, it was right at the time that Wilder decided not to take those deals. The only one I wasn't sure of the 100 million deal while he didn't take that. But as per the other ones, he had every right, man, every right not to take any of those deals, But when the whole situation was going on, At the time, I was literally blaming Wilder. I was calling him a dog. I was calling him all sort of names. But sometimes, like, you need to take your fanboyism. You need to take that spectacle off you, and just be real, and just be like, okay, you know what? Let's assess the situation on ground. Without being a fanboy of anyone, let's look at the facts. Let's look at the truth. And I was able to discover one or two things. I don't think that Joshua was a problem. I don't think that Wilder was a problem. I think that the promoters were just trying to get they were just trying to line their own pockets as well, and trying to cheat Wilder out of what he really should. I know, at the time, he wasn't earning 12 million and all that. But listen, if I get the key to solve a certain puzzle, you think I'm just going to give you the key without getting the best possible? In fact, I don't the blow myself. You think I'm not just gonna give you? No, seriously, because when I started thinking about this Wilder situation, that was I had to conclude that, listen, this guy had a puzzle. Okay, he had a piece of the puzzle. So you think he's just going to give it up just like that without getting the best for himself and his team? Of course, they have to get the best, man. I'm still a big Anthony Joshua fan, but in saying that, at the time, Wilder had that piece of the puzzle. And he's not just going to give it up. I wouldn't have given it up just like that, just because of 12.5 million, when I know that if I can just bargain a little bit harder, if I can just push them a little bit harder, I might be able to get more. So why should I just give it up?
And also, one thing I don't really like, I regret, right? Like I've said it before, that I regret going too much on Deontay Wilder at that time, how I went in on him and all the stuff, what I said about him. Because now I realize that it just struck me one time where when Tyson Fury won the fight, how at the end was just open to give Fury 50%, of the deal, and with Wilder it was like, it's not this, it's not that. I mean, because I believe that if Wilder were to be British, that wouldn't be the case in a way. Wilder at that time needed a real promoter though, like someone that would speak for him, like Eddie Hearn spoke for Anthony Joshua.
That was my only qualms as regards Wilder's team.
Chelefico was not making. Chelefico was Deontay Wilder's manager, or still Deontay Wilder's manager. He wasn't making things like. That was just like, hey, we did this. It was a blame gaming. It was a blame game type of thing where this guy said, "Oh, we offer Joshua 50 million." Joshua will come and say, "Oh, this, like we're just like people just like blame game." Yeah. Nobody were like being held responsible for their words or statement. So
sometimes when you're doing business, it's like working in an office where you're working with people you really do not like. To be honest, where I work right now, I've got a guy, seriously, I do not like him, but we have to work together, unfortunately. But then when we're in that office environment, we have to be as professional as possible. Mm-hmm. So I felt that situation was not handled properly, where they brought their personal hatred towards each other and their personal feelings into the business, which really, as mature businessmen and promoters, they really shouldn't have done that, in all honesty. And I also found out, right, that one of the issues Deontay Wilder had was that now he asked for a rematch. Well, the rematch clause, right? They wanted Anthony Joshua to still be the A side, even if Deontay Wilder had beat him, he would have still remained the 8th side. And Wilder was like, no, if I beat Anthony Joshua and I have all the belts and I'm undisputed, going into the rematch, I should be the A side. But what's his name now? Joshua's promoter, Eddie Hearn, wasn't having it. Eddie Hearn was like, well, regardless of anything, Joshua is still a bigger star, he's still a bigger name, so he has to remain the A star and A side. And what's his name? Wilder wasn't having it. I was like, no, okay, fine, I can take it. He even got to a point, he accepted the deal. Did you know that? He actually accepted the deal, but the problem was that the rematch clause, they still wanted Joshua to be the A side, win or lose. And who is going to do that? And they tried the same thing with Dillian Whyte as well. It's the reason why Dillian Whyte refused it as well. Like, no, You know, you win or lose. I'm not
Well,
gonna.
well,
If
well.
I win,
Dylan White had no has no belt. You know, like Dylan White should have taken that deal, regardless.
yeah, but
Dylan White will never be bigger than Joshua commercially. That's a fact. Like
yeah, at this stage, yeah.
Dylan White, even if Dylan White were to be making his pro debut right now, he would never be bigger than Anthony Joshua commercially.
Yes, at
It's
this
just a
stage.
fact. He's not destined to be bigger than Joshua commercially.
Yeah, at this
Yeah,
stage, yes.
yeah, this is what I'm
At this
saying.
stage.
At this stage, at the next stage, after that stage, I'm talking about because he's just not Joshua. You know, the way he, like, people have been saying now, Joshua is media trained in a way. I believe, yeah, he was media training at some point before he started letting himself loose a little bit, you know. But you can tell the changes Joshua have made throughout the years, where Joshua used to
Yeah,
be,
yeah.
yeah, Joshua used to be Joshua used to be there's this guy that he just has a question, he just answers. You know, now, like, especially with his last interview with the Pep Talk, you just see the guy is like free-minded. You know,
Well,
like,
but coming back to that subject, right? Because I didn't want to deviate of Wilder taking the deal. In all honesty, at the time he made the right decision. The only deal that I'm not, even till now when I think about it, I'm still not sure why they didn't take it. The DAZN deal. That's the only one I'm not sure of. But as regards all the other ones in the past, come on, man. No, looking at it now is like, come on, he made the right decision, man. In all honesty, he made the right decision.
do you see Joshua or Wilder happening in the future?
I think at this okay.
Look, that fight is gonna happen.
Listen, at this stage, right now, remember before Tyson Fury went into that second fight with Wilder, Eddie Hearn came out and said that the winner of this fight, because I still watched that interview a couple of days ago. He said it clearly. The winner of this fight between Fury and Wilder should go into undisputed against AJ 50-50. I think at that point, he knew that he messed up in a way. So at that point, he already kind of gave up and be like, okay, you know what? The profile of Wilder is risen. The profile of Tyson Fury is risen. The stocks are high and all of these things. So now going into undisputed, whoever wins, the winner of this fight goes in 50-50 against Joshua. So that fight, Joshua against Wilder, with belt or without belt, that fight must happen. We have to see it. See, I'm just going to tell you the truth today, right? Now, if Joshua don't fight Wilder, if they don't get that fight on and Joshua beats Fury, for me, I'm still not going to be satisfied. They still need to fight. I care less who wins. Okay, I care at this point in time. I don't even care because it's a sport at the end of the day. It's just a sport. Okay, so at this point in time, it's like football, talking Champions League, and you're talking about like champions don't fight each other. That's the reason why they have Champions League. Champions must fight champions.
Adewale, if you mute him.
Okay.
Okay, I beg. Because of the echo.
So champions must fight champions. Yeah, at the moment, Wilder doesn't have a belt, but to me, he's still a champion because he held that belt for what? For 5 years or so, had 10 defenses. He's still a champion. He may not have a belt, but the belts don't make you a champion, though. You know, because I remember when Anthony Joshua lost his belts against Ruiz, I kept saying that, yes, he hasn't got any belts at the minute, but he is still a champion because he defended the belts numerous times. But for me, right now, Tyson Fury is a champion, but for me, he's not a true champion because he hasn't defended any belt yet. He hasn't defended one. So he's just a champion, but he's not the champion. You get what I'm saying? He's just a guy who will play his tricks, play his games, he will win the belt, and then he won't defend. So I just really hope he defends this one now, going into this fight with Joshua. I hope nothing happens and he doesn't pull out. But he hasn't defended. But Wilder, yes, he fought some low opposition, whatever, whatnot, but all that is history. He defended the belt. He defended that WBC belt. He made that belt prestigious again because that belt became useless when it was dropped by Vitali. That belt became useless. It kind of became useless.
I mean,
But the
when
belt now.
I was a user, but most Steven had it.
Oh yeah, but come on, man! It became user. You're talking Steven. Seriously. That's exactly what I mean by becoming useless. He became useless. But when Wilder had the belt, with Wilder's mouth and his athleticism and it kind of brought a bit of prestige back into that WBC belt. So for me, man, I think we should just be fair. Yes, we all love Joshua and whatever, whatnot, but in saying that, we should still be fair. In our assessment, we should be fair.
You mind if I just say something real quick? Listen, man. Bermain Stephen was actually a great fighter. I'm not talking about the second time he fought Deontay. He looked like trash in that fight. He was fat and overweight. He hadn't been training. But when he went into the first title match against Chris Arreola, he was a great the guy was actually good. He was the number one guy out of Canada. Well, Canada doesn't have great boxers, I know. He was a good fighter, bro. Bermain Stephen was good. That Bermain that Deontay beat to get the championship, that guy was a good fighter. Then secondly, I just want to give a quick analogy of the Wilder-Joshua negotiation process. Now, check it out, man. When the Europeans came to Africa, according to history that we read, even though many people are trying to debunk this history, but they said that they came in with mirrors, sugar. They came in with so many shiny things. They came in with the Bible. They came in with so many things. And then when they left with the total control of our land, and they conquered us. So that was the same thing that would have happened to Wilder. If he had gone into that Joshua fight accepting the ridiculous offers from Eddie Hearn, bruh, he would have been conquered. Point blank and period. So we need to give this man some credit for being able to hold his own and still coming out as one of the highest earning boxers.
Okay, my Joe, you are here to talk about Hrgovic and Hunter avoiding Ajagba and was next for Ajagba. Anyway, finish the one of Wilder first, then you can divert to that.
Okay. I'm just going to quickly say that I totally agree with what Adewale said, but the only thing for me that I didn't like, I just still feel that Wilder's team did not really fight his corner as hard as they really should have. I feel that they had the opportunity to push harder, because Wilder is a good sell. Seriously. You see, Wilder is a guy that, I think for me, Wilder should be big. He should be, even if not as big as Anthony Joshua, but he should be on par. He should be at least very, very close in terms of popularity, endorsement, and all this kind of things.
Wilder should be the LeBron James of boxing America.
You get what I'm saying? Because Wilder has everything. He's got the mouth, he can talk, he's got the swag. You see the way when the guy dressed, I like the way the guy dressed. Like, I even take a bit of, sometimes I'm like, wow, okay, let me go and look at what this guy is wearing. I go online and go and search for it because I really love it. You get what I'm saying? So it's a kind of,
you don't copy what I dress, huh?
Of course, now, if you see something very nice, you want to be associated with that, man.
What about Joshua? Joshua is a good dresser as well, though, but
no, you see Joshua right now.
It's not fashionable.
Joshua is fashionable, but you see what Joshua said. Okay, you need to understand where people they come from, right? Joshua said right now is not the time for him to really. He's not really enjoying right now. He's just building his legacy. So Joshua doesn't care too much. Joshua now, anytime when they get press conference, we just come with a tracksuit and whatever, whatnot. It's very casual at the minute. I believe that when Joshua retires, we're going to see this true Joshua. His swag is going to be beyond the roof. You get what I'm saying? And they're different people anyway. They don't have to do the same. That is the beauty of it.
Well. I just believe that Joshua will always be the way he is right now. The reason being the guy. I mean, he's made all this money.
Yeah.
And yet. Like,
he's still very down to earth.
He's yet to really, let's take for example. I don't want to bring this guy in, but Andrew, for example, the guy just made 5 million, okay, 7 million, bro. Yeah. He made 7 million. Look what he did. Bought jewelry, bought that, bought this, made another 15 million, right? Then he exploded. So, and Joshua's been making all this money even before he fought Andrew Juniors, and you never saw it.
Yeah, but BBC, this whole thing is about mentality as well, So that's why.
So I just believe that Joshua is just like, Joshua is not a guy that I want to show off, because showing off, like, it doesn't. I mean, for him, it's good having money and having those things, but he wants to
Yeah,
like
it's a different,
that.
it's a
That's why
different mindset.
that's why. Like, listen, man. Like I would say, Joshua is not your typical Nigerian. Me growing up in Nigeria, I know when people when I get some money, you go see her. Okay, you go see her. If it, that, I'm just saying it. I know people that like when I get something like that, my guy, you go see her for the body. They go they show her. You understand? So Joshua is an 1800 Nigerian. But the way I say 1800 Nigerian is because back in the 1800s, I know Nigeria was not a country at that time. Okay, but his father's family are from from that territory. Now those people don't really used to care about you know exaggeration or those stuff like showcasing your money, all those kind of stuff. They didn't need to care about it. So I think everything started changing after we got colonized. The Europeans came and we got colonized. After we got colonized because Europeans came to Nigeria like long way before the Portuguese people come. That's after we got colonized and everything started changing, and then the social livelihood started changing. Everybody wanted to be better than the other. The competition came in. So Joshua is an 1800 Nigerian.
Yeah.
He thinks like that. And he also look at the family background, especially his granddad being a boxer. Okay, his granddad was a boxer, bro. Gonna stay there. Shagamu was a fighter. So and he didn't show off. So I guess that is just like something that was embedded in him in a way. He just looked around because I'm not gonna say, oh, Britain did that. No, British people, they show off a lot. They show off for sure. They show off. Like a lot of people, like a lot of the youngsters in Britain, right now as we speak. Like those guys, I love them. There are boxers who just got paid a little bit. You see them showing off their cars, and I see it. Those boxers showing everything. So it's the 1800 mentality.
It's a different
of Nigerian 1800 mentality because the British show off a lot, right from their monarchy, down to the people, the billionaires and millionaires there. So I think that helped Joshua in a way, like to save, that's why he's a big, like he look up to Floyd Mayweather in a different way. He doesn't look up to Floyd Mayweather as a guy that so I'm going to Floyd Mayweather is a big spender. Floyd Mayweather is a big spender, bro. The guy that spend money anyhow. That guy that spend money. Joshua just look up to him in a different way in the boxing aspect. Not
the boxing and the business, the money making.
Yeah, the money making aspect, not the lavish lifestyle, this kind of thing. Floyd Mayweather, the guy that spend a lot of money, but he also make a lot of money. And so Deontay Wilder, does he show off? I cannot say he shows up, but he's very fashionable. Like the guy is.
No, I think
Deontay Wilder should go for Deontay Wilder should do modeling. He should try.
I was just gonna say this right. With Wilder, I don't think it's a thing of showing off to say, "Oh, look at me now, I'm better than you." I think with Wilder, because I'm just beginning to kind of really open my heart and my mind towards Wilder. Just trying to. I still don't like certain things. I have to be honest, but like where I'm just trying to be like, I don't want to be criticizing this guy all the time. Let me just give this guy a chance and see.
Yeah, I know.
I think Wilder is not, with him, it's not more of like showing off. It is more of like, I'm enjoying my life. Like, because I've heard good stuff about that guy, that the guy really goes out for people. Like, he really helps people. He really, like, he's a really, really warm guy from what I've heard anyway. Obviously, I don't like the way he treated Breland and all of these things there, but that's just by the way. I think with Wilder, it's not really showing off to say, oh, look at me now, I'm rich, I'm this. And I think it's just more like, I'm enjoying life. I love how life is treating me right now. So I don't think he's actually doing it to oppress anyone, if you know what I mean. Some people show off their wealth to oppress people. So I don't think he's the kind of guy that will want to show off so to oppress you. I think he's just showing up to say, well, I'm good. Because remember as well, people were saying, no, the guy is depressed, he's not, that's why he's not saying, and he just literally showing you guys that, listen, I'm good. I'm actually okay. I'm actually living life. I'm just enjoying my family life right now. So for me, anyway, before we go into the main subject, right, I'm still not happy with the way Wilder was promoted. I still feel that with the guy, they really should have done more with him. I think that the guy, at least, he should have been like an ambassador for a big brand, like a proper big brand, or a number of brands, around the world, because he's got everything. He's got that star. He's got that star quality. He's got that star quality. You just look at him and you can see a star. But I just feel that they didn't really. Maybe the people around him didn't have the right way to, like the way Joshua was pushed, because Joshua was really pushed on his own
Wilder
way.
Wilder is signed to an outdated manager. Why? Shelefinko might have the connections, everything, but he's outdated.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree. Joshua is managed. Okay, he has his own management company now. Okay,
yeah.
Now his team are very, very. They are futuristic.
Yeah,
Joshua management team
was sold the right way.
Joshua management team have. Look at what he turned the Los Sokoli into. Without Joshua, Los Sokoli will not have the following he has now. Without Joshua management team, he will not have the following he has now. If he were to be for another manager, he would not.
Okoli is a popular man now. I'm telling you, brother.
Okoli is not only popular, he also has some deals, some connections. Like so, this is what Joshua does to you. Of course, I would love to see Joshua do the same with Marty Bakoli. Marty Bakoli is not active like that, He need to be active. This is the same thing. Marty Bakoli has a lot of potential, but my guy, he's even more in Congo than he really. Oh boy! So this is why our brother Ajagba has the potential to be. Ajagba is a star in the making. A guy. Sorry. Ajagba is a star in the making. My guy, I'm not going to collect water at the corner. Anyway,
get some water.
I don't do, don't worry. You see, I'm an African man, a manager.
African
Ajagba has the potential, and he has a star written all over him. The only thing he needs is a spokesperson like Eddie Hearn. Passing. I can he's managed by J Prince. J Prince is futuristic, but J Prince is mixed with old school way. He has his old school now. J Prince is not old school now. J Prince is not old school now.
I think the difference is that Eddie Hearn is just out there in your face, and he's a good salesman. The man is a salesman. If you read his book, you'll be inspired. The man also is like somebody that grew up in poverty, despite the fact that he was born into riches, so much wealth. But the guy's spirit is different. And he's a salesman. The guy mouth sweet. He's a hard bargainer when it comes to bargaining, when it comes to negotiating deals. He's very, very shrewd, when it comes to, negotiating contracts, and that's why I feel that, with that thing anyway, you know what, going forward, let's just leave what's happened in the past. Going forward, I think that their relationship should be better, I hope. And because I think the way, even when you look at the way Eddie Hearn has been talking about Wilder lately, I think that he's beginning to talk about Wilder in a different way. I like the way he's talking about Wilder now. Yeah, it's not like heaping praises on him or anything like that, but he's not as he used to condemn him a lot, but he's not really condemning him that much. He's still saying that, yes, he's a big fighter. He actually said it that the heavyweight division needs Wilder, so I like that kind of talk. I like that kind of talk. So that fight for me must happen. Honestly, I won't be happy. I would like to see the biggest black stars in boxing, fight each other, and they should make all that money, with each other as well. They really should. Other than giving it to these.
It's not about color or anything.
Yeah, but I'm just saying as well. Yeah, I would like to see it. It's not about color. I agree, but I would just like to see it. Saying that seriously.
You mean you want to see two knockout artists? Go ahead.
I would like to say it. Yes.
Like,
Yes. And if Wilder,
I still believe Wilder Joshua will be more exciting than Joshua Fury.
of course.
I don't just know.
Of
There's
course.
something just
Of
tell
course,
me
it's
like
gonna be exciting.
I know Fury stopped Wilder in the rematch, but it's just like he wasn't dramatic. It was just a one-sided beatdown in a way. It wasn't dramatic in a way. Like we didn't see any like. I mean, I believe that Wilder Joshua will probably be like Wilder, like Joshua Klitschko, maybe more than that, more intriguing than that.
It will be interesting because I've said it that Wilder is going to knock Joshua down. No, Joshua is going to knock Wilder down, but we don't know who is going to stay down. You get what I'm saying? It will be a good fight. I'm telling you, it will be a good fight, and it's not going to be dirty tactics as well. It's not going to be like I'm just resting my weight on you. I'm grabbing your hands behind you, all those kind of things that Fury does. I think for me, right, Joshua going into this Fury fight must be prepared. All these dirty things that Fury, all these dirty things he did against Wilder, Joshua should not just accept all these. Like I just lean on you for a few seconds, and those things ain't allowed. They're not allowed, man. Just hold him against the rope and just put his weight on him and all these kind of things, man. Anyway, for me, I like to see that fight. I like to see Wilder fight Joshua. I like to see those guys put money in each other's pocket, and also those guys, just give us. Let's remember the both of them, as being one of the greats of their generation. They should put all their differences aside. They should put all those things. Sometimes in life we fall out to fall in, if you know what I mean. So, they're falling out. They should just as matured men now. They've both advanced in their careers. They should fight each other, man. They should.
I strongly believe that fight is going to happen. Wilder, Joshua. Man, both guys are mature, man. I respect Joshua a lot, and I obviously respect Wilder a lot too. And if Joshua has to eliminate Eddie Hearn from the deal to make it happen, I mean, Joshua has grown to a stage where he doesn't even need anybody. He can be his own network, promoter, everything by himself, okay? And he will make that fight happen. Joshua Wilder is eventually going to happen. I just hope it doesn't happen when someone's career is obviously on the downhill. Yes. I want it to happen in the next 2 years.
I really hope so.
We're going to see happen,
Wilder is 35, 36. So really and truly, this fight should be happening, I think, at the latest within the next 2 years, to be honest.
Anyway, my Joe, Filip Hrgovic and Michael Hunter, and Hunter avoiding Efe Ajagba and Efe Ajagba, who you want to see him fight next? Who you think he should fight next, and who you would like to see him against?
Okay. How much time have I got? Because I really like to break this one down.
Yeah, you have 20 minutes. Break it down, bro.
Good. Now, first, I'm going to pick it up from the angle of Ajagba. Ajagba, you see, Ajagba is high risk, low reward at the minute. Anyone fighting Ajagba, and when I mean anyone, I'm talking about the top 10, anyone in the top 10, fighting Ajagba at the minute is like, this guy is too dangerous. He has a one punch knockout power. Going into this fight, if I fight this guy, what am I going to get for it? He's not really high up in the rankings at the minute. He hasn't got a belt. What do I get for taking this massive risk? So, Hunter is not going to take this fight. Absolutely no chance. And if I were to be in his shoes as well, I wouldn't take it, because I'm going to take this fight against a guy that is that dangerous, but he's not going to offer me much. It's not like I'm fighting for an interim belt or anything like that. And in all honesty, I'm looking at the style of Hunter against Ajagba. Hunter, the first 2-3 rounds, he's just going to come out all very, very fast and all of these things. And eventually in the 4th, 5th, 6th round, he's going to get tired. And Ajagba might go down in the first 2-3 rounds. He might go down, he might knock him down, but Ajagba is going to get up. And if Ajagba catches Hunter properly, and he will, it's going to be good night. Because I have to be honest with you, Hunter against his last fight, well, not his last fight, the fight before his last fight against Povetkin, I wasn't too impressed. I was expecting a young guy like Hunter to actually take him out. So looking at that fight, Hunter fighting Ajagba is going to be, Ajagba is going to knock him out. Ajagba is good. Seriously, Ajagba is going to knock him out.
He said Ajagba is easy work. Easy work, but still,
what do you expect him to say? He's not going to say, "Oh my God." Of course, he's going to say. They all say that. Oh, it's easy work. Oh, it's baby thing. They're all going to say that. I don't expect him to say otherwise. That's what I expect him to say. I expect him to say it's going to be easy work. So if it's easy work, then take the fight. Then he's not going to take it. Absolutely no chance. The only way a guy like Hunter will be taking a fight against Ajagba is if Ajagba had the belt, or Ajagba is really, really high up in the rankings and Hunter wants to be in his position, or if there is an interim position. So without that, without all of those things, I don't see why Hunter will want to take such a high risk. So he won't take it. Ajagba, if I have the opportunity to speak to his team, what I'll be saying to his team is, how about you guys look at a guy like Derek Chisora? You see, he's going to beat Derek Chisora. At this stage now, he's going to Ajagba. If Ajagba don't beat a guy like Derek Chisora, then I'll be like, man, I am not sure if you're going really far in this heavyweight division. I'm not sure. So Ajagba at this stage should be fighting a guy like Derek before Derek becomes completely washed. Okay, he should try and get a guy like Derek, because what that will do for Ajagba is that I can hear myself. Sorry, is that me? Hold on, let me check.
No, it's not you, but it's not you. Na new person enter. Or na. Okay. Continue.
Me. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, bro. Okay, so Ajagba should be looking at a guy. He should be looking at Derek Chisora, because what that would do for Ajagba is that Ajagba's stock will rise, because Derek, either you like it or not, Derek is quite popular, both to casual boxing fans and to hardcore boxing fans. Derek is known to them. Okay, in the UK, I know Derek is loved. Trust me, sometimes I still don't understand. I don't understand why Derek gets so much love despite all the losses, he suffered in his career, but they still love him. Derek today will still sell out O2 Arena. 15,000 capacity, he will sell it out. I'm telling you. So I think that for me, I would like a guy like Derek, I would like Ajagba to fight a guy like Derek, because yes, Derek may not be completely high up in rankings, but that will get him in top 10, I think. I think if he beats a guy like Derek, I think that all the governing bodies should be looking at Ajagba and be like, okay, you know what, this guy looks like the real deal. He's probably going to get into top 10 ranking if he can beat a guy like Derek. And besides that, his popularity is going to go up. It's going to be popular. People will start to talk about Ajagba. At that point, you can start looking at other fights. Okay, so that's what I would do. That's what I would be telling Ajagba, that the fight we're looking at is Derek Chisora. Okay, so talking about Hrgovic and Michael Hunter, that is a good fight. I'm telling you, that for me, that is a really good fight. I'm actually very excited. And what I want these other promoters to start looking at, they should see, as much as people talk about Eddie Hearn, and some people don't really like him. Sometimes, like I always say, you need to get your feelings or your dislike towards someone, you need to get it out of the way and start to think about, or start to look at the positives. You see, Matchroom won the bid for that fight. Matchroom, what they're trying to do, they're trying to take over. They're really trying to. Hunter is not signed to Matchroom anymore. Hrgovic is not signed to Matchroom, but they won the bid. I think that other promoters should start looking at the business model and looking at what these guys, what they're doing, and be looking at it and be like, if we keep allowing this guy, this Eddie Hearn guy, to win all the. Eddie Hearn is everywhere. He's putting in bids in all divisions. It's literally everywhere. And people will be saying, "Oh, we don't like Eddie Hearn, we don't like Eddie Hearn," and it's going to take over. Seriously, it's happening. It's really happening in our own very eyes. We're seeing it is happening. I mean, will you talk about boxing today without mentioning his name? It's impossible. So anyway, that's just by the side. Now, this fight is a really good fight. It's a really, really good fight, and I don't know how that fight goes.
And also, he's the highest followed promoter.
Eddie Hearn right now, either you like it or not.
He's the highest followed promoter. I know Oscar De La Hoya has more following, so because Oscar De La Hoya was a fighter before, but like I mean, no highest followed promoter like boxing, because Dana White does have more following than the Hearn. Yeah, and let's say in boxing, I just follow the boxing promoter. Yeah, that's huge though. 1 million followers.
No. It's huge. It's huge because the way you see Eddie Hearn's model is, I'm going to be putting my face out there in your face every day. Seriously, that's what he's doing. He's the one calling these YouTubers to interview him most of the time. Oh, have you got a minute there, mate? All right, give me a call, Kogan. We need to put something out there. He's making himself relevant by being in your face every minute. He's like, hate me or like me, you will see my face.
Do you like the fact that Eddie Hearn is not like kind of a one-man channel right now? Because I've not seen it like apart from when he has shows, I've not been seeing him seeing other people interview him like they used to. Well, Cassius tends to have the connection or not to do so now. Like I have access more to Eddie Hearn now than any other.
Yeah, because he helped to build IFL, and either you people believe this or not, he invested into IFL as well. He put money in IFL TV.
He did.
I heard rumor that. Yes, I heard that rumor that he actually put money.
But
in
IFL actually made Eddie Hearn though, like because that's where you got to saw the silly side of Eddie Hearn. That's the first time that's the first place I got to see the silly side and funny side of Eddie Hearn, like because on Sky Sports he was just like very I don't know, man, like professional. He talks professional.
We're saying the same thing, brother. So he put money in IFL TV.
I don't know about that.
No, bro, he put money in IFL TV. Trust me, there's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes. You see, BBC, you will grow to a level now with your channel that promoters will start to call you and they will start offering you stuff. Do you not wonder why sometimes they can't ask certain questions? Do you not wonder, especially when they're speaking with Eddie? Do you not see the connection? How much money before Kugan became this big? How much money has Kugan got to be traveling around the world? He travels everywhere. He travels with Eddie. He's with him all the time. They're together in the car. He's interviewing him in the car. He's interviewing him in his house. Do you think Kugan hasn't got anything else to do with his life if he's not lying in his pocket?
What?
No, seriously, I don't understand. But see, we get why we don't get him now. You think he's not getting anything? He will just be following Eddie everywhere.
Well, when they follow our views now, at the end of views now.
How much views they pay him, bro? Let's be real with these things, bro.
Well, IFN, they also get sponsorships.
He they get sponsorships, but I'm still saying, look at the amount of
I never see Matchroom sponsor IFL. Like, I never see Matchroom sponsored video on IFL before.
I'm not talking about that kind of sponsoring, bro. Or that kind of sponsorship. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that backhand sponsorship. That's what I'm talking about. Behind the scenes sponsorship. That's the one I'm talking about.
You should say any person will give person money. I don't know.
And then
a person we go like
no. Wait. If you speak to people, even in local gyms for inside London, there people who don't get some kind of closeness or that have had relationship with Eddie. One thing everybody says about the guy, people when they talk to their open hand, that the guy's hands, the guy when it comes to money, he does not. That's why you will never hear him having money issues with anyone. You will never. And that the guy,
I know, but when they talk about giving money, but me actually say the guy is a staging guy. I don't know. I just
no, it's not. I think no, he's not. He's not, because, like you said, IFL made Eddie Hearn very popular to YouTube world. They
Yeah,
made him very
it's
popular
true. It's
because
true.
they were interviewing him every time, every minute. So you want to tell me that, oh, they just decided to be interviewing him without? See, what you need to understand is that when it comes to business, it's like you give and you get what you give, basically. So I don't
So
think that
they both benefited from each other.
of course they benefited from each other, brother. Of course they benefited from each other. And they are good
Yeah,
mates as well.
but
And one other thing,
how come when I watch Boston Social interview Eddie Hearn, I kind of enjoyed more. I don't know why, because that guy Rob is the way he has questions that is just like unique in a way, Rob.
because
Boston Social.
Boxing Social is very professional. It's been very
Yeah,
professional.
professional, but in a different way. Not like Sky
Yeah.
Sports way, like Sky Sports, we say, man, you don't even call now. Wow, Sky Sports. Sky Sports, Eddie Hearn, I remember Eddie Hearn wrongly said a bad word. Oh boy, not small thing, no.
Anyway, coming back to the subject, right? So the reason why I mentioned Eddie Hearn in this conversation, obviously, Matchroom won the bid for this fight, the purse bid. And I'm just saying that promoters should, because as much as I love what Eddie is doing and all that, I don't want the guy to be the UFC of boxing. I don't want that for boxing. And I don't think that will ever happen. I'm just saying that I don't want him to have too much power, because if he has too much power, because right now the way he's going, the guy is having a lot of power. And whilst other people are talking about him and always slagging him and all of these things, especially the LDBC guys, they should start thinking, oh my God, instead of just slagging this guy every minute, we need to be talking to PBC. We need to be telling them to be out there, because this guy is not only taking over, because people are like, oh, he's only taking over UK. No, the guy is in the whole of Europe right now, okay, is Eddie. The whole of Europe, anywhere in Europe is Eddie, okay? Now he's in America as well. He's beginning to really find his feet in America.
I'm wondering what it would be Matchroom Nigeria, though.
They're going to go to Africa. They will go to Africa. With this new deal, they will go to Africa. It may not be Nigeria particularly, but they will go to Africa, because what the guy wants to do is he wants to take over
country in
boxing.
Africa? I think Ghana, if they are going to Africa, I think they might go to Ghana, because Ghana takes boxing serious than Nigeria.
No, they will start from South Africa. They will start from South Africa.
I remember South Africa. How many boxers are this Africa? I bet. But when I talk about better country, talk about South Africa. What about country where they take boxing serious? Ghana. They take boxing serious more than Nigeria. That one a show banker. But Nigeria, there's more talent in Nigeria than in Ghana.
I beg, make Eddie Hearn no near Nigeria. Make AJ just come do the thing. Make Eddie no near Nigeria. We don't want.
But why you make Eddie no Nigeria? Why you talking?
AJ, we want AJ. We don't want Eddie.
But Ade, what you need to realize is that, you see,
AJ's relationship. They want not like Eddie, no is but the whole boy.
I know, but
the guy here Eddie, so he like the guy be
Adewale, let's take our dislike out of the whole situation here. Let's just be real here, right? Now, AJ is not gonna. People that make AJ go do like this. You mentioned earlier that AJ is big enough now to go do his own thing and all of that. He's already doing his own thing, but he still needs Eddie. AJ is the owner of 258 Management, and they already have their first champion in the person of Lawrence Okoli, and they have Joshua Buatsi as well. They have this Ali girl. They have the son of what's this UK fighter that fought Mayweather? What's his name again? I can't remember his name now. But they actually have some good fighters.
Ricky Hatton,
thank you. They actually have some good fighters. So it's not like AJ is already stamping his authorities, and he's already got some good fighters under his arms. So I don't think that AJ is going to continue to work with Eddie, because the relationship they have is more like a family relationship. I'm telling you that now. Trust me, AJ is very, very close to Eddie's dad, and AJ is very close to Eddie. They may not be really portraying that, but they are very, very close. And even after boxing, when AJ stops boxing in the ring, AJ is still going to be working with Eddie. They're going to be doing things together. I'm just telling you that now. So in all honesty, if AJ is going to develop anything in Africa, in Nigeria, Eddie's going to be involved. Trust me. I'm sorry to break your heart, but
It's
he will
true.
be involved.
Eddie will be involved, and it will be for the best though.
He'll be
Because
involved.
it'll be for the best for the end to be involved. Because listen, bro. I think AJ boxing. There needs to be an AJ or 258 management. They need to take their hands to Africa as well, and
I believe
scout
they will.
talents. And
I
then
believe they eventually will.
at the end promoting. Listen, DAZN is not global. There's DAZN in Nigeria. There's a lot of potential I see in Nigeria. Like if Nigerians are able to patronize it, believe you me, DAZN will be DAZN will remember. Nigeria made MTN what they are now. Okay, MTN is like a giant, network, telecommunication company because of Nigerian market. Already. Even like it's it's the fact, bro. So I think even though we are not even though our older generation don't really like fighting in general, it's not just boxing. The new generation needs to adapt and try to embrace it because there are a lot of talents in Nigeria that are being wasted right now, man.
One thing I see happening for sure in Nigeria is.
But anyway, before you come in, bro, let me give a shout out to RD for the super chat. He said the ADBC have relaxed on Eddie Hearn because of David Haney. I don't know about ADBC. I'm not subscribed to the ADBC channel anymore. After they try to take my channel down now. I'm not. By the way, today is 24, right? Whoa, that strike is that by tomorrow by midnight, the strike is over. Will be over.
Oh, congrats, man.
That's true. Then you have no more strike. I fought off one. There was still one left, and then by midnight, everything will be gone. Oh boy, thank God.
Congrats, man. Congrats.
Man,
Congrats,
thank God.
congrats.
Boy, this guy they want BBC.
No, it not gonna happen. It not gonna happen. For me,
I want to something. I beg, Mayo Joe. Can you break? I don't, because I haven't really watched much of Michael Hunter. I mean, sorry, Hrgovic, Filip Hrgovic.
Yeah.
Well, can you break down Filip Hrgovic, Michael Hunter? Because you sound like it's going to be very exciting. And I also think it's going to be exciting, strictly because I know what Michael Hunter is capable of doing.
Yes.
So can you just break it down? How do you see that playing out?
Okay, right. So, you see, with Hrgovic, right? Now, when he was an amateur, his boxing skills, in terms of like just pure boxing, seriously, you will be impressed. His movements, and I'm talking like his head movements, his leg movement, his walk rate as well. Oh my God! When he was an amateur, it was crazy. But then when he turned professional, I think he started depending on his power a lot, because he's a very, very powerful guy. To be honest, I don't even know, just because he's not really fought certain opposition yet, but I don't really know if someone like AJ hits way harder than Hrgovic. Hrgovic hits very, very hard as well. And he's a strong...
Ajagba is harder though. Ajagba is harder.
Ajagba is harder than Joshua. You know that, right?
Yeah, Ajagba is the hardest puncher right now as we speak. The hardest puncher in the division. That's a fact.
I don't know. I think Wada State are harder than Ajagba.
No, bro. Ajagba, I believe and Wada's time is over. Wada still got power, no doubt about it. But I think Ajagba is harder, bro.
Anyway, that's besides the point. Anyway, but so Hrgovic, I think the way he's going to approach the fight with Hunter is, Hunter cannot overpower Hrgovic. You know, the way Hunter fights is very, very quick, he's very fast, but he starts to slow down eventually. And I think that's gonna count against him in that fight. And I don't think that Hunter has been in there with someone as powerful as Hrgovic yet. I don't think so. When you look at all the people on task 4, there is no one, because even Povetkin is not as powerful as Hrgovic, and Hrgovic is big. He's like 6'6", something like that, 6'6", 6'7". And it's not just the fact that he's big, he's strong, and his chin is solid. So I don't really know how Hunter. I think for me, Hunter should take his time. You see this thing of just going at it from the very first round. He shouldn't do that. He should conserve his energy. He should box a bit. He should move around a bit, but not try to just go all in. Because if he goes all in against Hrgovic, being a strong guy, being a guy that can also box, for me that is the thing. He can box. He can actually box, and he can move. So I love the fight because I know that Hunter is very, very explosive. But the thing is, like, his explosiveness, is he going to be able to overpower Hrgovic? Because Hrgovic is going to take him. Hrgovic is going to take all his explosiveness and all of that. And Hrgovic can move, and he can punch. So it's going to be a good fight. But to be honest with you,
it's going to be a 10-round fight. Is it a 10-rounder fight, or is it?
No.
12 rounds.
Oh my God, 12 of 12. No, 12.
It's for the IBF eliminator, bro.
Eliminator. That's 12.
So
bro.
whoever wins become mandatory. Will be will come up because mandatory for the IBF for
the IBF. Yeah.
Additional IBS strap. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a 12 rounder, 100%. And that's why I'm a big concern for Hunter, because Hunter tends to be very, very explosive, and then it starts to slow down. You know, he really got, like Hunter, I think for me, I don't know if you agree with me, he has stamina issues sometimes. He gets tired. You know, you see him blowing really, really, really hard and can't really. So for me, against a guy like Hrgovic, who is very, very, very strong and who is a good puncher, if Hunter should not even try to be explosive, especially from the beginning of the fight, because if he tries that, he's going to walk into some very powerful punches, and that might just break him down. That might just that might just be too dangerous.
Yeah, it's gonna be a boxing match, though, in my opinion. Be a boxing match. You know, Hunter is very
Hrgovic is going to box. Hrgovic is going to box for about 6 rounds. Okay, and after that, he will start to come forward, and that's when Hunter starts to slow down. That's my concern. Unless Hunter, obviously, anyway, Hunter, I believe, has a good team around him, and they would have a strategy where I don't think Hunter should go the way he fought Povetkin. If he fights Hrgovic that way, he's going to get knocked out. Yeah, he's not going to get stopped. He will get knocked out.
Hrgovic is a bigger man, and you know, the longer reach. Hunter is a cruiserweight, bro. You know, he's a cruiserweight. Let's say blown up bridgerweight.
And it gasses as well.
He's a blown up bridgerweight. You know, blown up bridgerweight, bro. Anyway, guys, I want to say thanks to each and every one of you for support the channel. We are gonna be back. You know, remember that tonight, our brother. In fact, Adeleye, what is he fighting tonight? He's fighting tonight, right? Maybe in an hour time. I'm gonna be covering that. I don't know if I should go live for that, but tonight, no sleep for me. No sleep for me because our brother Cameroon Usman is fighting. I'm gonna be live, and I don't know, my Joe. I think she could just sleep that time, safe.
No, I'm watching it all. See, I wish I can show you what I'm doing. I'm drinking my coffee now. I'm getting ready.
Good. So all of us, I don't know. I didn't want to go sleep.
You guys is like 7:14 p.m. or something there, right?
8:14
7:14. You're right.
7:14 in Ireland. 8:14 for you.
Yeah. Okay.
In Germany. Here in Alberta, it's 12:14. So we will be there very awake.
I'm not going to very awake. You know, they're kind of never awake.
We share the same time zone as Vegas too in Alberta. So.
So I want to say big shout out to all of you guys. Our brother will be live, okay? Adewale, thanks for coming. Adeleye, I want to see Adeleye. I want to see Adeleye improve.
BBC, can I ask you before you go? Can I ask you guys, what do you think of Adeleye though? The guy doesn't really rep Nigeria like that at all. I don't think.
Adeleye, it's too early to say so, you know. It's too early for now. So I think the last time when he fought, he came with a Nigerian. The shots he wore was like Nigerian green, white, green. I don't know if he was dedicated to Nigeria or I don't know. Listen, these guys, I don't really know. Adeleye, I'm not gonna I don't want to start observing that part yet because it's still coming up. By the
No,
time
try,
he gets,
try and reach out to him if you can, because he needs to start building that fan base, because he needs to start building it from now. Because for me, I feel like the guy
my brother, Adelaide, not be breaching the Fabona. So you have to understand that this guy skater more. Listen, like I said, not everyone can be like Anthony Joshua. The fighters I can vouch for now, I will tell you, the fighters I can tell you right now that really rep Nigeria through and through and are genuine. I'm gonna tell you now, Ajagba, Rafa Akpojori, Osamede Omorigi, who has the opportunity to rep is an amateur now, but he has the opportunity to rep UK now. I asked him the other day, I said, are you gonna rep UK or Nigeria? Because he can rep UK if you want. Okay.
Yeah.
He said he's repping Nigeria. That's what he said. Okay. So that one, you see how that is love, dedication. Apart from those ones, Joshua has, of course, again, genuine love for Nigeria. Joshua would have loved. Joshua wanted to represent Nigeria. That shows a lot. Yeah. Also, they frustrate him. I hope they don't frustrate Osamede. If they frustrate us here, I'm gonna be very pissed with Nigerian authorities because he really loves Nigeria a lot, So I hope they don't frustrate him like they frustrate Joshua. So you want to rep Nigeria. For the heavyweight division they talk about now, Adelaide, I never know about Adelaide. Understand? That, let's say, those are the ones I can vouch for. Like, these are the ones I can vouch for. The rest, they might love Nigeria. They don't really rep like that. Like, some are using Nigeria for clout. Joshua is genuine. Ajagba is genuine. Rafa Akpojori is genuine. Akpojori has the opportunity to rep America. Okay, for sure, he can rep America, but he chooses Nigeria instead. So, those ones are the ones I can really vouch for. Now, the rest, I'm still studying them. That's why I said.
I know you need to go. I have one more question before you go, real quick.
Even Emmanuel Diaz said, despite being born in Germany, understand, he loves Nigeria, but I think he's going to rep Germany though. I'm yet to ask him. I think he's going to rep Germany. Maybe, I don't know. But he loves Nigeria. He loves Nigeria a lot. He loves Nigeria a lot. He wants to go there and all the stuff. He's never been to Nigeria before. I can understand though. He even told me. I love Nigeria a lot, but we'll see how you'll be. I'll support the guy. But I don't want to support cloud chasers. I don't the time this most. I don't the right names down. You understand? The ones who love Nigeria, and I have to talk to the one I don't say love Nigeria. You understand? Not you say they're not Nigerians, but the one that love Nigeria. Okay, Joshua 1, Osamede Omorige 2, Rafa Akpojori 3, Efe Ajagba 4. Emmanuel just said 5. The rest, I'm studying them. The rest, some are using Nigeria for cloud chasing. I'm studying them. I'm still studying them. So by the time I conclude, when I finish studying them, I will know if they love Nigeria or not. As for Adelaide, it's too early to say. But we'll see.
Early. Okay. Is there an issue? Do you think there's an issue between Joe Joyce and Joshua? They don't seem to they don't big up each other at all.
Joe Joyce's mom is a very good friend of mine. I'm close to her. She's a phenomenal, amazing person. There's not really an issue. Like Joe Joyce and Joshua actually, remember back in 2016, in the 2016 Olympics, okay, Joshua was there and he supported Joe Joyce. Like he was there, they met and other stuff. They sparred hundreds of times. I think the more Joe Joyce were kind of moving up in a way in rankings, and Joshua, when he was at the Commonwealth, I think at Westminster Abbey or so.
Okay, yeah.
He didn't mention Joe Joyce. I understand, but I expected him to mention Joe Joyce. I was expecting him to mention because Joe Joyce, even though he's a Miss guy, you know, he's still a son of a Commonwealth because his mom is Nigerian. Okay, like Joe Joyce has been to Nigeria. You know, he's from Owerri. You know, like he's a prince. Okay, um, I don't know. Like Joe love Nigeria, but I don't know if it's like Joshua. Like in terms of I don't know how genuine it is. Okay, I don't know. I know Joshua is very because Joshua didn't even. I mean, the reason why I say Joshua is genuine because Joshua, remember, as we speak right now, Joshua is really doing things in Nigeria as we speak right now. You don't know? Joshua is donating money. Like he's during the pandemic, Joshua would like send a lot of stuff. You know, like send money there to buy, like to help people, like the less privileged. So I'm seeing people who are in Nigeria are telling me what Joshua is doing. I'm seeing videos of it. So and he himself is never talking about it.
He's even instructing people not to put his name in there.
Osamede Omorige, like the guy is always in Nigeria. We know that he's Nigerian through and through. You know, Efe Ajagba loves Nigeria. He wants to do a lot for Nigeria. He wants to build up Nigeria boxing. He has that in mind to build Nigeria boxing. He wants to carry people along. Who else again? Iman Ondiase, born in Germany and to a German mom and a Nigerian dad. He's not been in Nigeria yet, but he wants to go there. You know, he wants to because believe you me, when I messaged Iman Ondiase and I told him I'm Nigerian, it took time for him to see it, but when he saw it, he was just quick to respond. Like he would just brother, like. I don't think he would do that with another person, like, you know, non-Nigerian or something like that, or no African, you know. So because it's not every day a Nigerian like a Nigerian and African writes him, you know, that will say, "Oh, let me interview you," or "I want to interview you," or so like that. So he was so happy. That's why we get along, you know. He's my friend right now, man. So I'm looking at his career and I want him to like progress. I'm supporting him through and through, and yeah, man, it's just like all these things. Why I'm gonna tell you, there are also some Nigerians that I wrote. Okay, some Nigerians that I wrote boxers. They turned BBC down. I'm not gonna mention name, but there's one typical one of them that Joshua sparred with recently. Joshua sparred with him recently. I saw the picture. I'm not gonna talk about that guy on this platform right here. No matter what, no matter how big that guy is, I don't want to talk about that guy. I have my reasons for that. Because you never reach, you still there yet. You never reach here. Don't shakara. And they born you for Nigeria. So you feel me so? So, like, I don't like, and this same guy I'm talking about, you go see Nigerian flag for the, you know, bio, all those kind of things, rep Nigeria. Guy, not cloud chasing. No Nigerians that say we are pro-Nigerians. Nigeria are really BBC. I don't investigate all these guys. Joe Joyce love Nigeria. Okay, he love Nigeria, but I do believe Joe Joyce embraced Britain more than he embraced Nigeria. That's a fact. You know, but he love Nigeria. He just embraced Britain more, and you cannot blame the guy. The guy that is British. Okay, so not there for grow. What do they call him? Adeleye, we never know. Adeleye won't still here. We still come up. The other guys I want to mention, but I don't want to mention them. You know, the ones that I know that love that want to do stuff in Nigeria, and these ones I just want to mention that now. So, Joyce and Joshua, like, of course, they are not bodies like they used to. You know. But everybody's on the career is on their own part right now. Joyce is with some, you know.
It's just I don't know. I just feel that it looks like even with this fight coming up. I would
have loved. You know one thing about, like, maybe because I'm a Nigerian, I would have loved to see Joe Joyce and Joshua be like Adesoyan and the Cameroons, man.
Exactly.
You know? But I know it will never be. Because I mean, cause I don't know, man. I know we never like they're in competition, bro. Like Joshua want to become
Yeah,
a
but
champion,
it sounds like he favors Fury over Joshua even still.
and
Like
Fury also talk good about Joe Joyce. Like I also talk good about Joe Joyce. Like you remember when in the latest interview that he did, he was saying like I don't know, man. Like maybe just I don't know, man. Just the other side of him. Like he's just a very calm guy. He's a very good guy.
I like him. I like him. I do
I
like him.
I like the guy. I like the guy, but it's just like he's just who he is. He's in competition. Of course, it's competition. Nobody want to be body, but I just feel like I just wish it's just a wish of me or of mine to see them like all these Nigerian fighters. That's why when Ajagba and Joshua Horn was the case was like when he was saying all those things, I cultured him, and Ajagba thankfully took my advice, and now he see the light. We all need each other to grow. You understand? So I believe in we growing each other. I like if you fight, and I'll fight someday, maybe, but you don't need to be like Akpajere, for example. Akpajere and Ajagba are getting close now. Okay, Akpajere even said that he will never fight Ajagba except the fight is inevitable. For example, he holds the title, Ajagba holds the title, and they have to unify. Or for all the speed. If not, it's not fighting Ajagba. There's no need to fight it because they are Nigeria. You understand?
They're like brothers.
So I like that. I like that mindset. I would love Joshua and Joshua to have that kind of. But I don't see. I don't see happening. It's just like maybe in the future after they retire. It will. Joshua is at the point where he wants to get a title shot, bro. Like you can't blame him. He deserves it.
Of course, and he's not getting younger, man. He's not getting younger at all. He's not.
Yeah, this I'm not so happy with Joshua in a way, though. I'm not Joshua, particularly Team Joshua. Okay, they should have invited Ajagba to camp by now. Like the guys should have, like they never invited Ajagba to camp to Joshua camp. You need to invite.
Maybe they're looking at the style
Ajagba is going to spar Tyson Fury for Joshua, and I asked Ajagba, I said, what about Joshua? Sparring Joshua? He said, well, Joshua already has sparring partners, and they didn't invite.
Bro,
they don't invite.
Look at it this way. But look at it this way.
They don't invite, guys. Joshua, the people they handle around when they have those fighters, will invite Ajagba already. Now Ajagba said, listen, invite Akpejori. Mona they train together. Better each other. You understand? Now they train together. Better each other, guy. I don't know. Not everybody get the mentality where I get. Maybe because I'm too Nigerian. That's why. When you're too Nigerian, despite the frustration where they my head, so you just like, yeah, just like this, man. Anyways.
In terms of Joshua inviting Ajagba, you never know. That might still happen, but it might be a situation where right now they're looking at who Joshua is fighting and saying, okay, Ajagba doesn't fight like that in any way whatsoever. So sparring Ajagba for Fury, is it going to be of advantage because they don't fight the same way? However, if you look at it, Fury is going to be of advantage for Fury to spy a guy like Ajagba because Ajagba is powerful just like Joshua. You get what I'm saying?
But Joshua is sparring guys. He's sparring a lot of amateur guys and some pros as well.
Yeah, but if you look at the people he's sparring mover. He's sparring people that move. Like he's been sparring these Odiase as well because Odiase is a mover. Odiase moves. That's the reason why even Deontay Wilder invited him as well because of the way he fights, the way he moves like Fury.
Well, I would have liked to see it. I would like to see it anyway, but maybe the time will come.
I think it will happen, bro. I think it will happen. Don't worry. Yeah. I think it will happen.
Yeah, before it happens, Ajagba not big now. Ajagba is not big. You don't go one go spot because it's a me. I don't. You don't stand. Me. I don't stay crew. Anyway, you understand because Joshua don't really get talent that for division like 5 years maximum. He just become on the speed right now. He might just like let it go.
I don't even think Joshua will be able to do the 5 years, to be honest. I think
after becoming the spirit, brother, I think Joshua will just like okay now don't become the spirit because in the next 3 years I believe there's gonna be a new heavyweight champion. I don't know why, but I just think because I don't know. You just become on the spirit. What does he want to achieve, man? Drop the belts and fire anybody you want to fire, man. Because at the time, Joshua is here to cherry pick anybody. since 2016, since 2015, there's no cherry pick for Joshua. He's been fighting, like, he started fighting, top opposition from 2015. So 6 years now, he's been fighting top opposition. No bomb, no cherry pick. So after becoming undisputed, after becoming undisputed, let him take some bombs, okay? Some bombs. To understand? So fight undisputed, fight some bombs,
Yeah, to give himself a break.
Yeah, give himself a break. Or because say all these guys when they talk bomb now, they can do damage, eh? Say that guy, what did that guy do to that guy do to what they call him? Mahadrasu Dov or something like that. I don't know, man. They pronounce the name Mahadrasu. So what did that guy do? You're upset. So the bomb need to be, understand? The low level opponent, we need to know something they win. You understand? Because you never know. But it's every division only one punch. If you just take your eye off the prize, you will knock you down. Boo. And so, anyway, guys, thanks, brother. We'll come back, okay? Talk about is it available, Sha? We'll talk about our brother Adeleye fight.
I'm here, bro. I'm here.
God bless you, bro. Stay blessed, guys.